Hello, my name is Malie Sims. I am a principal planner at the town of Oro Valley and host of this informational community outreach video. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. It is part of the public outreach process for the new use and proposed new standards for the Oro Valley Marketplace. The marketplace is located on the southwest intersection of Tangerine and Oracle Road, and it is bounded to the east by Big Wash. The Catalina Shadows and Palisades subdivisions are adjacent to the property to the west, and the Rams Canyon, Rams Pass, and additional homes are adjacent to the property to the east. Private property owners' requests are to accommodate the development of apartments, hotels, and a recreation and event area that will be referred to as the entertainment district. The main objective of this video is to provide updated information and invite you to participate and understand how to stay informed. To accomplish this, I will first provide information about the review process and ways for you to stay involved. I will then provide some background about the property, including the existing zoning requirements for context, and summarize the community's feedback from the first neighborhood meeting, which was held in March of last year. Next, Ms. Carrie Sylvan from Lazarus and Sylvan, representing the property owner, will provide detailed information about the proposal and any changes that were made since the first neighborhood meeting. Lastly, please stay tuned to the end of this video, as I will provide more information about the upcoming opportunities for you to ask questions and provide feedback. Additional information has been posted on ovprojects.com, and it will continue to be updated as the project proceeds through the development review process. Let's get started.
The applicant's proposal includes 3 separate yet related requests. First is a request to change the existing zoning standards to adjust the building height, landscape buffers, and setbacks. Second is to reclassify the privately owned wash within the center to allow for the development of the recreation area and event space known as the entertainment district. Lastly is to bring all of the pieces together through a revised site and landscape design, which will show the design and circulation of the proposed apartments, hotels, and the entertainment district. The town requires applicants to engage in community outreach for all of these applications, as it is important to hear your comments and questions early and often. An in-person neighborhood meeting was held in March 2020 and had a significant amount of community input regarding the proposal. Since then, the applicant has provided a formal submittal with more specifics about the zoning requests and site design. Again, Ms. Sylvan will be providing those details about the proposal later in this video. But first, where are we in this process? This video serves to provide updated information about the project prior to focus area meetings and a second neighborhood meeting. 4 focus area meetings are scheduled throughout August, the purpose of which are to give adjacent neighbors an opportunity to have an in-depth conversation with the applicant about specific issues affecting their neighborhood. After the focus area meetings, a second neighborhood meeting is scheduled for September 13th. This meeting is to answer questions and hear feedback from the general public. The applicant's requests all require consideration by the Planning and Zoning Commission and Town Council. The dates are not set for these hearings, but the public will have an opportunity to speak at each. Property owners near the site and within each focus area will be notified of upcoming meetings directly by mail. Furthermore, yellow signs will be posted in multiple locations on the site, and information will be posted online at ovprojects.com. With that said, please help us spread the word about this proposal, video, and upcoming meetings. If you weren't notified about previous neighborhood meetings and wish to be for future meetings, please send us a request with your name and address to ask@orvalleyaz.gov.
Our focus through this public outreach process is on the future of the development, but as a brief history and for context, the development's design was approved in 2006 through an extensive public participation process. The center opened in 2008 with over 800,000 square feet of retail, restaurant, and office space available. This was right before the recession hit and several building pads remained vacant. A couple important elements of the previous approval include the multi-use path along the edge of the development, which was recently redone and connects to the larger trail system. Also notable was the Oro Valley Marketplace wash area, which is shown in yellow on the image, and the Big Wash area, which is shown in green on the image, both of which were restored from previously graded areas to the dense vegetation you experience today. The area shown in green is now owned by Pima County for permanent protection. However, the area shown in yellow is part of the applicant's request to reclassify the wash and use it to develop the entertainment district. The zoning of the property is regulated by the Rancho Vistoso PAD. The PAD was adopted in 1987 and provides unique zoning for the site. This includes permitted uses such as retail, restaurants, office, and hotels, and the current permitted height, which is 39 feet or 3 stories, with an additional 10 feet allowed for architectural features. Additionally, the property is subject to the town's scenic corridor standards, which add further restrictions to maintain the scenic beauty of the along Tangerine Road and Oracle. View impacts were a key component of the previously approved plan, which is why the tallest buildings, such as Walmart and the theater, are located in areas where the roadway is much higher. The scenic corridor standards restrict the height of buildings along Oracle and require larger setbacks along Tangerine Road. Lastly, the buffer yard required along both roads is 30 feet. Again, the applicant is requesting to add apartments as a permitted use and amend some of the existing zoning standards just discussed. Specifically, this includes reducing the building setbacks and buffer yards along Oracle and Tangerine. The applicant is also pursuing purchase of the right-of-way along these roads to increase the developable area. Lastly, the applicant is seeking to adjust the building height. Ms. Sylvan will provide greater detail about their proposal, but as a brief overview, an apartment with a 75-foot height and a 49-foot hotel are proposed along Tangerine and shown on the screen with the letters A and B. A 49-foot hotel in the entertainment district is proposed to be located where the letter C is shown on the screen. And another apartment with a 59-foot height and a 49-foot hotel are proposed along Oracle Road, shown with the letters D and E. There is also an alternative hotel location with 49 feet shown where the letter F is on the screen. With regard to the design, key concerns that were brought up by participants during the last neighborhood meeting are shown on the screen. This includes the need for an amount of the apartment units proposed. Additionally, the proposed height and view impacts of both the apartments and hotel. Parking and the amount of traffic the new uses will generate were also discussed, specifically regarding traffic along Oracle Road. Lighting and noise associated with the uses in entertainment district, as well as the projected construction timeline and when the new uses are proposed to be open, specifically the entertainment district, were all discussed during the first neighborhood meeting. I'd now like to turn it over to Ms. Sylvan, representing the property owner, to provide more detail regarding their proposal and discuss the previous concerns.
Thank you, Ms. Sims. My name is Carrie Sylvan. I'm with Lazarus and Sylvan, representing the property owner and developer of this exciting project, the Oro Valley Village Center. As I said, we're very excited about the project. We've been working with town staff since our neighborhood meeting in March of 2020 on the layout of the project and heights of the multifamily areas that I'll update during this presentation. First, I want to introduce the project owner and developer, Town West Realty. For those who didn't get a chance to meet them at the March 2020 meeting, it's a family-owned developer who's been in the region for over 40 years. They purchased Oro Valley Marketplace in September of 2019, and they've worked hard to create successful developments in the Tucson region that the community can be proud of. They're particularly good at repositioning projects to see their full potential. Town West is committed to reimagining the Oro Valley Marketplace to create a vibrant place where people, existing residents and newcomers, can gather to work, play, shop, live, and stay and appreciate the beauty of the area. The reason we're here, in a lot of ways, is the location. It's 105 acres, as Ms. Sims said, on the southwest corner of Oracle and Tangerine. This is an established area with existing facilities. There's new development to the north, a number of vehicles, and what's most important is that this is an area that has always been intended for growth, and there's existing opportunities on the site as well that have not come to fruition that we're very excited about. The challenge we have is, we all know our relationship with bricks and mortar is changing. Most of us get daily, if not weekly, Amazon Prime deliveries. And we're not just shopping when we go out. We're looking for the experience, the entertainment, and things to do and to interact with people. But we're still going out and we still want those places to interact. So the challenge that the current marketplace presents is really a challenge to the entire community. To the new owner, it's a need to be financially successful. To the surrounding neighbors and new residents, it's the challenge of wanting gathering places for connection, entertainment, retail, and living spaces. And for the town, it's a community and economic success, and the desire for construction sales tax, bed tax, and retail sales tax, which keeps the town able to provide the things that the citizens have prioritized. We need to figure out how to create spaces for connection and entertainment, including retail. And there is a formula for this that works in these kinds of spaces. The Oro Valley Village Center is the vision. We have the components to make it successful. And again, what's key is this is an area where the infrastructure already exists. The roads were planned for this level of a development, and it's time to bring it to its full vision. We have researched other successful areas that have been reimagined in other cities and even in this region. These are areas where you can see the lifestyle, the entertainment, the dining opportunities, special events, and special places for those events. Bringing in hospitality, the hotels, is critically important. And the other thing we've studied is the residential being placed on the project site really helps to make all of these projects successful. You can even see that locally in our regional malls, the repositioning of Tucson Mall, Park Place, and even La Encantada, with the living and the hospitality that's in the general area, as long as with the retail and the entertainment. The Town West wants to accomplish this and make it unique to Oro Valley and really ensure it fits into Oro Valley. So here are the current opportunities. These are the map of what we call our liabilities that we want to turn into those opportunities. What we know is that we need to be creative. We have existing sites that are vacant and are ready to be developed. The man-made drainage area in the middle of the site can be activated and become the center-focused community space rather than a division of the site, and we can do it in a way where we can still accomplish all of the drainage that it currently handles. As Ms. Sims pointed out, there are really 5 areas. We have 2 alternate locations for a hotel on Oracle, which is why you're seeing 6 letters. And this is really our concept, to create what we're calling retail dential, creating a true village where people live and work and play in the same area, and to recreate in a walkable setting. The village center concept is in the middle, and then what I'm going to do is walk through the distinct areas and give you updates from our March program. What we're trying to create here is successful retail restaurant experience, a cool community space, and adding the ingredients that are essentially missing, which is the residential and the hospitality on the site. So starting in the middle with the entertainment area. We're excited about this space for cultural, social, entertainment, lifestyle, and open space. The goal is to build as much of this as we can in the first phase of the project, and we'll be working with the town on the phasing of that. The northern area, what we are looking at is a 1.4 acre versatile space for public events, art shows, seasonal ice rinks, some of the events that are already on the project site, but creating a more purposeful location for those projects to exist, as well as the gazebos and seating areas, and make it a comfortable spot. In the middle area, this is a proposed new hotel with retail on the bottom floor. And in this middle area, we're working with the town to design a true town park that can have splash pads, maybe a sandy beach and other areas that while they'll interact with the hotel, that would be a very much a public park amenity. Playground, wading pool. What we know is that water is important. We know it's hot here. Water and shade are really important to activate spaces year round. We also know water is an important resource. So we'll be working with the town to ensure that we're being responsible with the water usage, using recycled water and safe water in these kinds of areas. The southern area, we're talking about doing some additional restaurant clustering and connecting and continuing that open space with things like maybe a beer garden, other open amenities and seating areas along with the restaurants. So it really is an activated entertainment center, including a hotel and those three components. I have a couple of slides of inspirational photos. These are from other very successful community areas that have been created in other places. You can see the water, you can see the opportunities for children and adults to interact, as well as things like the ice rink and the tree lighting, the tree lighting is something that we already do on this site, and the types of playground equipment and beer garden and those kinds of interactive opportunities in this area. These are not architectural renderings. They're just meant to show, these aren't the right materials or colors, but just to show some concepts of how, and streetscapes of how this could look. So this is the retail on the bottom, the hotel, and the park area that would be in the middle. This just hones in a little bit more and you can see the hotel area. And then this is looking from the other direction. So if you were to come out of the movie theater and look to your right, this would be the entrance into the area. So you can go see a movie and then come out and have dinner and have your kids blow off some steam in the entertainment park area. This is just a hotel site plan showing the area that we're talking about with the parking in the hotel and the retail restaurants. We know we already have a number of restaurants and there's an opportunity to really create a cluster of restaurants and a synergy there, which seems to make all of the restaurants more successful. While this vision does eliminate 60 parking spaces, and working with the town and the Arizona Department of Transportation, we're going to be adding a net 250 spaces closer to Tangerine and Oracle Road as well. And this just gives you an idea. This is the what the hotel could look like when you apply the architectural requirements that are in the PAD. So this is a rendering of the hotel, again, from the movie theater side of the hotel component in the entertainment area. I'm going to focus now on the Tangerine Apartments, which is A, and that's up on the graded site up along Tangerine. We are worked with staff to move the taller apartments over into this area. It will be no higher than the Oro Valley Hospital directly to the north. That's a 75-foot height, and we are also on a lower grade than the Oro Valley Hospital as well. This is proposed to be 500 units and 5 stories with some corner lofts. The parking will be, for the units will be underneath, they'll be under the building. Access is, there's a residential only access off of Tangerine that's a right in, right out proposed. And then the main access would be off of Water Harvest Way into the apartment area here, and with strong cross pedestrian connections to that Tangerine Hotel on the other side. The loop is also along our southern boundary in this area, and it complements the loop. Pima County has been working hard to encourage densification and people living, apartments and other things living near the loop, to encourage people to use that amenity both for exercise and healthy living, and if it can be, for commuting to and from work. We have broken the building down. It's not a full block building, so it's broken down into a few different components. You will also see in the middle area, we have some amenities, a few amenities, things like a dog park, a pool, but enough for it to feel like home for the folks who are living there, but encouraging as well the interaction in the rest of the village area. Again, and this is the 5th floor area. These are views. We just have a couple of views to show the architecture in the building. We will have some more actual view sheds that we'll be presenting at the various neighborhood meetings that Ms. Sims has already mentioned. So this is a view from the southeast. You can see the architectural differentiation of the roof lines and the different materials that match the other architecture in the Oro Valley Village Center. And this is another view from the southwest as well of the Tangerine Apartments. I'm going to focus this now. We're going to skip the hotel for a minute. We're going to come down to the Oracle Road Apartments, which is D on this, on the concept site plan. In this area, we have pretty significantly lowered the height in working with staff. So this is going to be a 4- and 5-story, 229 units, and it is on a lower elevation. Context matters. As Ms. Sims indicated, Oracle Road is higher in a number of areas, and this is one of them. Even at its lowest point, Oracle Road is still 10 feet higher than grade for this site. In addition, the nearest residence on the west is 22 feet higher in elevation and about 1,700 feet away from the edge of the Oro Valley Village Center property line. This building, again, is designed where the parking is underneath and kind of in the middle. There is a 5-story, this segment of the building is proposed to be the 5-story at a height total of 59 feet, which is well below the 83 feet we were proposing back in March of 2020. And then this area is going to be the 4-story. So no more than, and we have put this in the PAD request, no more than 50% of this building can be at the 59 feet. So most of it will be between 43 and 49, which is the 4-story. This just gives you a sense of the additional, this is the 2nd floor plan, so there's some additional parking in the units as you come up. Oh, and the 1st floor will have some retail and restaurant on the bottom. This is the 3rd and 4th floor, and you'll see there's a pool and courtyard amenity, but it's in the middle around with the units around. And this shows the 5th story, which is the less than 50% or less of the building will be at the 5-story or 59 feet. Again, a couple of elevations to show. This is the 4-story. You'll see the attempt to vary the roof lines and really make it architecturally cohesive with the rest of the center. And again, at 4 stories, this is between 43 and 49 feet, which is actually Oracle Road is 10 feet above that. And the residents in the back, as you can see, are higher as well. This just gives you a sense of that center swimming pool, courtyard area. These are apartments. They're more of a condo living type lifestyle, as are the Tangerine, actually. And then this is the 5-story component. Again, you're seeing the roof and the architectural variation as well, and some 1st floor opportunities for leasing and some restaurant and retail. These are some of the inspiration that we got from other cities. Again, it's a condo type development We have heard from surrounding businesses and corporations that they need this type of living environment to attract their employees. It blends the apartments, village, and community space and hospitality. And it is it will be helpful in their recruitment. The town also did an apartment study that we can talk in more detail about at the neighborhood meetings as well. I'm going to focus on both of the hotel sites. So there's the Tangerine Hotel as well as the Oracle Hotel. And what we've done over here is we've provided 2 alternative sites for that Oracle Hotel. Again, this is kind of the Tangerine Hotel layout. This is the entrance of Water Harvest Way in Tangerine as it comes in. So the new apartments would be over on this side. And then this is the Oracle Road Apartments. We have it laid out in this location for right now, but it fits in the alternate location as well. This just gives you a sense of the inspirational boards that we were using for the design of the hotel, understanding that we need to match the architectural design of the Oro Valley Marketplace. So this is an example of the Tangerine Hotel. This would be 150 rooms with the parking associated for the hotel on the site. And this is just a rendering of the Oracle site with about 112 rooms. And then we already showed you the hotel in the entertainment district, which will have probably about 108 rooms. All of the hotels we are proposing at the 49-foot height as well. So our vision, Town West is committed to reimagining this marketplace into the Oro Valley Village Center and creating that vibrant place where residents and visitors can gather to work, play, shop, live, and stay and enjoy the beauty of Oro Valley. Our request and our further meetings can get into more detail, but as Ms. Sims indicated, we are requesting a PAD amendment for height, as she has indicated, buffer yards and some setbacks, an amendment to the environmentally sensitive lands ordinance to acknowledge the entertainment district as well, and then conceptual site plan and revise architectural and signage approvals, which will all be part of the upcoming processes. We're really looking forward to re-engaging both virtually in August and then hopefully in person safely in the near future. Ms. Sims, I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you, Ms. Sylvan. To conclude, I invite the public to stay engaged in the process. The next opportunities to hear about the project and provide feedback are during the 4 focus area meetings. The purpose of these meetings are to provide adjacent neighbors an opportunity to have an in-depth conversation with the applicant about specific issues affecting their neighborhood. As shown on the screen, the 4 focus area meetings are scheduled throughout August and are for the surrounding neighborhoods, including Catalina Shadows, Rams Canyon and Rams Pass, Palisades and Palisades South, and the homes near the southeast intersection of Oracle and Tangerine. All of the focus area meetings will begin at 6 p.m. and conducted online via Zoom. Please check ovprojects.com for more information about the meetings and how to participate.
Again, I would like to reiterate, it's important to hear your comments and questions. Community participation is what makes Oro Valley a special place. Please send any questions or comments to ask@orovalleyaz.gov. We hope you will join us at one of the upcoming focus area meetings or the second neighborhood meeting scheduled on September 13th. Stay in the know about all upcoming meetings and the project by checking obprojects.com under the project name shown on this slide. Thank you for your time.